Man, he had a whole lot of other stuff in his case too. He had a Hobbs Act, extortion. I ain't even know that was a part of it. He beat a lot of stuff and ain't served a day in prison. He beat a lot of stuff. Wait for a few more people to come in here, man. I had to click it off real quick, but this the McDonald case out of Supreme Court. Fight of the court's ruling. I clicked that joint off one time because the phone rang, and it's a wrap. What's up? What's up with it? I was talking about that case, man, pertaining to Trayon, but the phone rang and it clicked the volume off. Checking in from Baltimore. What's up? What's up? Shout out to Baltimore. Appreciate it. Oh, Chicago, South Side, man. Shout out to Chicago. I got a story for y'all, man. I was talking about that Larry Hoover situation and possibility I'm coming home. I did a video for it. I want to put some of the paperwork in there to show you. But I just was talking about it because I know it's been in the news. I know Larry Hoover going to be back in court September 26th, I think it is, I believe. How y'all feel about that, Chicago? Hey, bro, go play with somebody else, man. I ain't even going to get mad at that. If you ain't hearing nothing like that about me. But we talking about Larry Hoover. We ain't talking about me. Man, what you talking about, man? What you talking about?
I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you talking about,
But just to entertain you for a hot second, since you know that's what we here for. What difference do it matter to you? I believe it would do the country some good to free Larry Hoover. Free Larry Hoover, man. I don't even know what that means, bro. Just all goofy people on here tonight. From your side anyway. I don't play. I don't find it funny. Gee. Anyway, back to the Larry Hoover matter. I think he got a shot. You know what I'm saying? Same way I feel about this Trayon matter. Especially now that the Supreme Court has narrowed the definition of bribery. Like, it ain't as broad. Like, you got to prove it. And they got legal citations on there. I don't know if they put feet on them, but they did something to them all over the parking lot. Free Hoover, you say you did 23 months in solitary. That's a big. Shoot. I did 16 to 20 in solitary. Then I did 20 to 21 in solitary. Yeah, so I spent some years on 23 and 1. That ain't no pretty thing. And it's even worse in Colorado. You know what I'm saying? They got different phases. Like, you could be in that prison for 20 years, literally speaking, and not see somebody else that's in the other part of the prison. Like, I get phone calls from ADX to this day. I get phone calls from dudes, and I know it's another dude there, and I say, have you seen such and such? And they say, I didn't know he was here. Who the first one is not a clown? Yeah, people can lose their mind in solitary. You did 17 years in solitary where, bro? That's a lot of time. Yeah, but the whole jump's supposed to be a rigorous lockdown program. Some people could get out fast, but like I know, dude, I got homies that been out there over 25 years. You could go out that joint and don't come back. Yeah, shout out to Barksdale, shout out to Hoover. Yeah, that's a good term. Lord have mercy. So where you do your time at in New York? What, Elmira somewhere? I don't plan to go back now, not at all. How many? Look, let's clarify something since we talking just at least right here, right now. DC blacks, man, that's a term that the people's made up. That ain't no. It's not a real unit of people. Like DC blacks is just dudes that's black that come from Washington DC and get sent to the feds. Altogether, it might be 10,000 plus Washington prisoners in the feds at any time, and that's probably only in Superior Court. I don't know how many federal prisoners come out of Washington, D.C. It might all be in that same number. I don't know if that number is broken down between federal prisoner and D.C. Code prisoner, but both prosecuted by the United States Attorney's Office. Yeah, Baltimore and DC get along the most fair Jones that I done been in. Nah, I'm telling you, it's around 10,000. It's a little bit over 10,000. It ain't a whole lot. Yeah, a lot of DC dudes is Muslim down, but I don't think it's as many as the Philly number. I think it's more dudes out of Philly that's Muslim than DC and the Feds, but I could be wrong. Like, I know that when I was in the Feds, even the dudes that was from Philly that wasn't Muslim even looked like they was Muslim. They had beards, you know what I mean? They wore their pants a certain way. You'll mistake them as a Muslim sometimes. Some of them. Been dropping back to back lately. I had a little bit extra time. Plus, I could do it. I could do some of the stuff myself on the phone and on the computer. I don't have to send it out nowhere. Man, that's a good question, Big Rock. Big Rock's big. That's a good question. Look, if you Muslim, you supposed to only be with the Muslims, right? However, you know, I grew up in prison. Everybody that was my friends and homies was from Washington, D.C., so I always had an affiliation with D.C. I'm from D.C., you know what I mean? Bro, you went to prison in 1987 and came home in 14? Damn. Met any good brothers from Cleveland, Ohio? Shout out to Cleveland. I got family in Cleveland. I spent summers in Cleveland. Well, yeah, I got some good men out of Cleveland, some good men out of Columbus. Shout out to the Short North Posse. Shout out to the east side of Cleveland. What up, Cut? Where you at, Cut? You see what I'm doing, Cut? I'm a blogger, Cut. Shout out to Cut Uptown for life. You know what it is, man, what the business is. Anybody, I ain't even responding to them guys. That's what's up. Glenville area over here. I ain't hip to Glenville. Glenville. What you talking about, West Virginia? Appreciate it, Cut. Cut, we gotta go to lunch, man. I got some plans, man. I got some things. Oh, it's next to East Cleveland? All right, shout out to Glenville. Shout out to Glenville. Glenville in here. Bruh, I don't even know what make y'all make comments like that. Even if it was true, like what make you make comments like that? Do you think anybody care about that comment, man? Like really? Them the only comments you making. Oh, you could do that right there. We gonna put you in timeout. We gonna let you go figure out what you wanna do. You know, you could go do something else. It's almost 1 in the morning where I'm from, and that's all you talking about. It's all good, man. You got to deal with that on the internet. Like, it's like driving. You just go around them. You know what I'm saying? I got insurance on the car. I don't know what that is. That ain't me. That ain't me right there. What they talk about, whatever you talk about, left. Laugh a lot, Blams. I don't know what that is. Yeah, my little cousin and them stayed in Boys Village, Cheltenham. I ain't LeBron James' cousin. Nah, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know what you talking about pertaining to that. Man, I've been on the streets 14 years, man. I've been home for a long time. Like, only thing that you really connect me with jail with is the past. I don't do jail in and out. I went to jail one time as a kid, came home and never went back. Got one conviction my whole life. Went to jail in 93, came home in 2010, and I've been home since. Track record squeaky clean, bro. Can't say that about me, man. Did mine like a man. Chest out, head up. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, no matter what, ain't no prison system. We gotta go to the feds. We get caught up in the justice system here. Yeah, I was locked up when that Wayne Perry joint came out. That's true. What's up? What's up? Salute, man. Appreciate it. Where y'all from? Those of y'all that just tapping in, where you from? Ohio Youth Commission, huh? Yeah, there's plenty Muslims that's that just wasn't on homie time. That's not an unusual thing. Yeah, I still be writing. I mean, a lot of people that follow the writing stuff don't be on the internet. They still pick up books, but some people be on a ebook tip. Man, most of the stories that I cover now, the street stories, prison stories, I just do them on YouTube, do visuals. A lot of people don't read, but a lot of people will listen and watch, especially if you got pictures and videos to go behind it. Georgia, shout out to Georgia. Baltimore here. What's up, Baltimore? What's up, Philly? Shout out to Philly. Oh, Georgia, they got a big case come out of Georgia. I'm gonna do a story of. They indicted like 22 dudes, mostly prisoners and former prisoners, for having a drug drone ring. Highly sophisticated. They talking about for over 5 years. Oh, we got Texas in here. What's up, Texas? Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown was here. He know what's up. FCI Bennettsville. Yeah, I got some good men in Bennettsville right now, man. Shout out to mine, the good men down there, man. Free fry, man. Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to Columbus. Shout out to that Short North posse, too. Katie White. Oh, them homies. Akron, Ohio. Matter of fact, when I got released, I was supposed to stop in Akron, Ohio, but they made me late. So I got stuck in Charleston, West Virginia. My Ohio people coming through, man. Shout out to Ohio, bro. We go up there all the time. Man, it's everywhere. A chosen one born in the cult. Capitol Heights, Maryland. Your book out is available for purchase. That's what's up. Okay. Sanford Kennedy. Shout out to Sanford Kennedy. Hit me on Instagram, DC Blacks. DC, we got local police, but you see all type of police in DC. Park police, Secret Service police, U.S. Capitol police, FBI police, Homeland Security, Secret Service police, Embassy police. Bro, it's so many police. I don't even know all the police. Yeah, downtown you gonna see all type of police. Police you ain't never seen. You from DC though, you know how to move around. You know what I mean? You avoid all that. Shit, we already got a what you want to call DC immigrants. We already got a. They bring all them buses up here. They heavy up here. Shoot, sometimes you'll be downtown, you'll see the buses coming from Houston and Arizona and stuff like that. So not just DC everywhere. No, I won't be interviewing Rayful. I don't know. Maybe they was doing this so it could get the attention of Congress. I didn't know they was dropping them off by planes. I know the bus stuff be on the news. Like it be, man, like on New York Avenue, you might see 30, 40 of them, but they got the hotels, the slash shelters down there. You go to the gas station, there might be 20 of them out there playing Spanish music. You might see 100 little scooters down there. John look like East LA down there. I don't listen to the radio station no more. I don't think New York got a good radio, got a bunch of radio stations. You talking about just the regular joints. Yeah, he might not be in Nashville. He might be in Kentucky. They say it's Nashville, but Nashville cover Tennessee and Kentucky. You was in your work truck driving into like a street go-go. You don't hear what beat. I wonder about, oh, that's Victor Terry. That's the Victor Terry. With the Bethlehem. That's what's up, man. Glad you met a good brother. Fly might have got rid of his Instagram. I don't know. Whatever, anything Fly got is Khalif Mujahid. What kind of camp? Football, basketball? Yeah, that's my man. Shout out to Vic. I ain't know you went to Rebo. Or you was just up there for summer school. I went to Rebo. I played on that football team. Yeah, that's my man. Shout out to Vic, man. Much love, bro. No basketball. Oh, you went to summer school up at Bo. New subscriber, appreciate it. Salute. Gotta get my subscribers up. I'm gonna do the YouTube thing. I got tons of stories. I can go back and do old stories, man. Appreciate the subscription. I gotta learn all the little tricks where I can share some of my extra stuff on here. And I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Fly, man. Appreciate the love. I got some new stories coming, man. I'm gonna get my little nephew, man. He a computer whiz. I'm gonna get him to dress my junk up so my junk come on like a TV show or something. Yeah, I appreciate that. Free to wear, you know what's up. Migo was full of BS, man. Migo was trying to scam me. Talking about send him $1,000. Told me, go stop playing, man. I'm closer to 40 than 14. I don't know who he think he's talking to. Like he was talking some Narcos movie shit. I was like, bruh, you know where I'm from? You know who I grew up under? Man, I appreciate the love too. Oh, you just got hit? Salute. Nah, for real. For real. Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm pushing it. My people said, man, you do a live every night. So I done did it live. I'm gonna do it a couple nights a week, man. Trim Park, what's up, Slum? Man, you know what I mean? I just be trying to tell the history of stuff that I was interested in. When I was a kid, all the stuff I talk about used to fascinate me. I ain't even gonna lie. Dude, get my little Larry Hoover joint popping. They love when I do Larry Hoover Jones on it. Salute Chicago. I ain't even know you was coming. I ain't for some reason like I don't know all the names on On this junk yet. I ain't know that you was from Chicago. I seen you said something about it earlier, but I ain't even peeped it. Southeast in this junk? What's up, Slum? Third place. Appreciate it. Real live. Yeah, man. Now I know that, man. I got tons of stuff, bro. I might even redo jumps that I had already done in writing. Just do them jumps in video. I ain't never been to, when I was in Colorado, I wasn't in ADX. I was in what you call holdover. They took me to the penitentiary. Columbia, South Carolina. What's up? I gotta check you out. Swift TV. What you got going on in Columbia? South Carolina. My cousin just bought a house down there, man. They say Trump 24. That's what you on? I don't know. I'm watching it like it's a game. I don't really, man. I don't got too much to say about that. ADX is in Colorado, but they got 4 prisons there. They got a super max, a max, a medium, and a low. They might even got a camp, I don't know though, but they got a low, a FCI, a max, and a super max. Yeah, Fly got a lot of love for Hoover, man. They love the old man. You from Baltimore, but you in South Carolina? Or you went down south on us, huh? You see the story, you see the video I did on the dude that walked out the court building in Mississippi? They caught him in Chicago. He was on the run for like 80 days. Mother got you up out of Baltimore. Man, Baltimore, boy. Baltimore, a different place. She'll do an Anthony Jones story. Don't nobody talk about AJ no more. I wasn't in Florence. I wasn't in ADX. Chopper on ADX. I ain't one of them liars, man. I wasn't in ADX. Plenty of bugs. Yeah, I wasn't in ADX. I wasn't even on the compound in Colorado. They put us in a hole. And a lot of my buddies was in Lewisburg. I wasn't in Lewisburg either. I did 17 years. I went to jail at 16. I came home at 33. I don't know who that is. High Class 23. I ain't related. I don't even know who that is. Who is that? Who is High Class 23? Salute, bro. They didn't let me get on this YouTube thing. I'ma figure it out. That's the dude. What dude? Well, you must have had a terrible experience. That's all you comment on. You say that like you know that firsthand. You an expert in that field. You keep commenting on 8th grade. I don't even know what that is. How much is that? Just finished watching that Daughters documentary on Netflix. You know, our homie had something to do with shooting that, right, Vic? Shout out to Six. Go check that Daughters joint out on Netflix. And there's a couple good homies in that documentary. That joint brought tears to my eyes. I don't know. They didn't have Wayne and ADX on some indefinite shit lately. HC23. What is that? I'm lost. Yeah, shout out to Baltimore. Free the men. Yeah, that one little girl, 40 boy daughter. His name Keith on there. She was just so smart, man. Have I ever ran into anyone from Canada? Not in prison. I done met people in Canada. I've been to Canada. I ain't met nobody from Canada in prison, though. I've been to Canada, so I had to answer the question. Yeah, I done met people from Canada when I came to Canada. King of DC. DC don't got no king. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I've been to Toronto. I've been to Nova Scotia. Been to Montreal. I've been to a couple. I've been to Quebec, Vancouver. I've been all up there. We used to travel when I was a young. Yeah, I was surprised to see that many black people in Nova Scotia, but that was a pretty place. We drove to Maine, got on a boat, and like a ferry or something, and went over there. Scratching shit, what that mean? Chuck Brown is a king. Okay, you got it. What you talking about scratching this shit? What you talking trash? You turned 14, 12 minutes ago. What you doing up? You need to be in timeout, bro. Nah. Let me break it down for you. It ain't that you catch a Fed charge as a juvenile, but in DC we don't have a state system, and our small court is not really a state court. People say it's a state court, but check this out. If you catch a murder charge in DC, you're gonna go to Superior Court unless you got a murder and a drug conspiracy, and they charge you federally and they take you to federal court, right? But this the catch. In Superior Court or District Court, which is federal court, right? U.S. District Court, you are prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney in both courtrooms. You understand? So at 16, since I was charged as an adult, I was prosecuted by the United States Attorney's Office, and I was sent to Lawton under the custody of the United States Attorney General. As they was closing Lorton, they sent us to the feds. So yeah, even when Lorton was open, we were still prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office. That's been a forever thing. We have never been prosecuted by anybody else in the District of Columbia. I can't believe. I'm gonna be the biggest YouTuber. I don't need to be the biggest. I just want to be the realest. What you mean, how DC work? Full stakeholders. What you talking about? Break it down. Oh, statehood. Man, it was written in the Constitution for it not to be a state, though. Yeah, I mean, everything about DC is an anomaly, man. Oh, it's very interesting how DC works. Yeah, like when I was a kid in civics, they used to teach you some of that. It's not charged as an adult in federal court, but people have been charged in federal court as juveniles in rare occasions. But I'm talking about Superior Court in DC. You still prosecuted by the United States Attorney's Office. If you rob a bank at 16, you gonna get charged as an adult in DC. I mean, I got cases before Superior Court was created, before 1970. 1970, let's just say before 1970. DC Superior Court was created in 1970 something. Before that, everybody went to federal court in the District of Columbia because it's a federal district. But once they created Superior Court, they started sending people to Superior Court for other crimes that they started to deem local crimes, and they created a whole another code of law, which is called DC Code. But DC Code, they say it parallels federal law. Let's just say it mirrors federal law. The DC laws come out of the federal laws. And some of them been made up on their own, like DC Code. The legal code hasn't been updated in over 100 years. They still have crimes on the books with no definition. For an example, we have a crime in the District of Columbia called simple assault. It's not even defined on the books. That's what some people say, kangaroo court. He got charged as an adult at 14 with not in DC. We ain't always into it with the GDs, bro. It depends on where the prison at. It depends on what kind of people there. Oh, in Akron, Ohio? Okay. Their view on the law? I don't know. I don't really fully understand your question. I don't know what their view on the law is. A lot of my old timer buddies is Moors. Yeah, that DC history class, you're right. They had one at Remote. They had a civics class and a DC history class. They don't teach that type of stuff no more. You gotta learn that on your own. The jail is in Southeast DC. They still got a local jail. That's the only thing that the Department of Correction still part of the Department of Correction that exists. But once you get sentenced, you out of there. You going to the federal system. Might end up in California or Arizona somewhere. What's my opinion on Kamala? My opinion on Kamala is that she might be a better candidate than Trump. Just for anybody that's asking, other than that, you want some Bama shit. That's why I keep ignoring you. I'm getting ready to block you. Central said that's a dark place. Rat, roaches infested. I mean, I don't know them to be the only people who can decipher the law and break it down. I could decipher the law and break it down. Yeah, they can ship us anywhere. I mean, I'd have been all over the country. By the time I was 24, they had sent me to Ohio, New Mexico, Arizona. Yeah, then I spent 4 years out of Arizona. I turned 22 in Arizona. I ain't sure what you talking about, bro. Nah, It ain't no guaranteed time when you get shipped. You get shipped when your name get called. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. That's what I was gonna say. You gotta do your own research a lot of times, and then you gotta do what people call cross-reference. Everything we read, we can't just believe that that's the fact. We gotta cross-reference it. We gotta fact-check it. Yeah, they sent people to private prisons. I've been to private prison. We tore the private prison in Ohio up. They had to get us out of there. Man, you made it sound so so prestigious. Yeah, Pierre Lafont tried to grandstand, but Benjamin Banneker remembered the whole layout of the city. Shout out to Benjamin Banneker, man. Black man. Smarter than he looked. Nah, you can be up DC jail. You can stay up DC jail for months just like in Cuyahoga County. That can happen. I remember we went up there to see my grandmother. We was walking around downtown, me and my girl. The dudes in the Cuyahoga County jail, because they got fed and stayed in that same jail. They was banging all on the windows. That junk real tall. You know, you from there, you know I ain't Weller. Cuyahoga County, man. Jail tall as I don't know what. They got like the city joint on the, well, I ain't gonna say state and fed. I'm gonna say city and state. One side is city, one side is state, or one side is city, one side is fed, something like that. You know better than me. You used to go to school. What school you used to go to? My man right here, Victor Turner, used to go to school with me. It's one of my homies from way back. Know me. He was the fastest dude in our school. Hey Vic, you was the fastest dude in the school. He was fast as a mug. He was fast like Barry Sanders. He was fast like Barry Sanders, bruh. Was fast as a mug. I remember that now, and I'm almost 50 years old. Been around 40 some years, home. Yeah, that was in the 90s. They got two towers now. Oh, so you know I've been there. It's two towers. I did walk to the other side, so what you see on that front side when you facing like the Cleveland Browns stadium, that's one side. Then you could bend a little corner with a deli at, and that's the other side then, right? Who got fat dime? I ain't got no fat dime bag. I don't know what you talking about, man. Lake Erie, yeah, by the stadium, facing Lake Erie, the nice old breeze come off of that joint. That joint is called Lake Drive, right? I think it's called Lake Drive right there. Lakeside and St. Clair. Yeah, I went to some type of Mexican joint up there. They had these nice burritos. I like Mexican food. The towers came down. Yeah, I ain't been up there in about a year, but nah, I was up there this year. We was just up there. We just went to a funeral in like, that might have been May. Yeah, shout out to Lorraine, man. Shout out to Lorraine. I'm trying to figure out why this dude just keep making all type of lewd comments. That's the word I'm gonna use. When they closing DC jail, they ain't gonna close no DC jail. 2001, what was in 2001? Get who out? What I miss, man? Get who out? Lorraine and Hilaria be popping off too. That's what. Shout out to Lorraine and Hilaria. You know what I'm talking about when I say Lorraine, man. My family used to live on West Avenue in Illyria. And my other cousin used to live on, I don't know what, I mean, that's Lorraine. I don't know the streets of Lorraine like I know the streets of Illyria, but I know the whole west side of Illyria. I know the whole south side of Illyria. I missed it, whatever it is. I need to do that thing where I can let some of y'all watch that. Ain't no new jail coming here no time soon, bro. They just talking. My wife kicked me out again. I'm outside. My phone got 3%. Is that serious? Your wife kicked you out at 1:26 Eastern time? Content go crazy, brother. I'm locked in. Man, I appreciate it, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, man. Stuff like that to keep me going. Sometimes I feel like it's boring. Like, man, everybody know this, but if y'all say y'all like it, I push it. I mean, I've been around a minute. I grew up around some of the people that we talk about. They've been talking about building a new jail since I was in jail. We talking about building a new jail since I was in jail, and that was forever ago. For real? Damn, you joking, but I thought that, man, I had I'm giving up too much of my business, but my people was in the hospital up there and we had to go visit them. He was very old. All the nurses in the joint was like Puerto Rican nurses. Michael Brooks, where you from? How many people we got in here from Ohio tonight? I'm gonna do an Ohio story, man. I'm gonna do a little rain story. I forgot them dudes' names that came up there. They might have been from New York. Like, we used to come up there from DC. We used to be at my grandmother's house. We'd venture out. Because, like, most of our cousins went down to Columbus. But there was some guys up there that I want to say they was from New York. They had a big time case out of Lorraine. This was in the 90s. Help me out. I know you know what I'm talking about. North Philly, what's up? Shout out to North Philly. Shout out to Logan. Work on this Larry Hoover jump. I guess I'm gonna do a Jeff Fort. All right, well, we got like 40 some people here. How many people know who Jeff Ford is on here? I just want to do a survey real quick. Who know who Jeff Ford is? When I'm a boxer, all boxers' ears look like that. I grew up boxing and playing football, bro. Like, y'all joke about shit there's some gangster shit. That's like me showing you my hands. Oh, get your hands fixed. Bro, I came up in the streets. I ain't got no problem with having no scars. What's wrong with you, bro? Virginia Beach. Shout out to Virginia Beach. Cleveland and Detroit did used to beef over no rain. You know something. I forgot about that. It used to be a bunch of dudes from Detroit and Toledo. Nah, of course not. But they keep on messing with my live from me smoking. But I can't stay on live that long without smoking. Shout out to Chicago. Man, block that band. But which one? When Fly movie getting started? I don't know. Fly talking about he busy. I was in CVL back in the day, so Jeff Ford was big. Okay, somebody on here know what's up with Jeff Ford. I see one person. Who hangs? Bro, these joints are protecting me. Both of them. These joints are protecting me, man. I look like I done worked construction before. Stop playing, bro. You ain't from Chicago, I was saying. Ain't that Slim from Chicago? Yeah. But you know the funny thing about them? Them dudes is from down south for real and came to Chicago. Like Hoover from Mississippi. Jeff Ford might be from Mississippi too. They came to Chicago with that Great Migration, Black Migration. Yeah, Jeff Ford, El Ruger, somebody know that. Jeff Ford was like, Peace Stone. I don't know about the Vice Lord Pod. You might know something I don't know though. Man, I'm not paying, you know, attention. Both of them from Mississippi. That's what's up. That's what's up. My girl got a coat of shit in this junk, bro. Mississippi, man. Mississippi producing people, bro. I think Angela Davis from Mississippi for real, too. Yeah, Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi. They produce some good black people. Oh, my man Vic said his people migrated from Mississippi and moved to D.C. in the 1930s. That's one thing I like about real native Washingtonians, bro. They know their history. I know my people came from Alabama and North Carolina on my mama's side. And on my father's side, they came from deep, deep down in the mountains of Virginia, close to North Carolina. I gotta do that Mecklenburg story, man. How many of y'all know about the Mecklenburg Six real quick? It's 40-some people here. Who know about the Mecklenburg Six? Oh, we got some Mississippi roots in here, huh? That's crazy. I just talked up that Mississippi root. I respect it. Shout out to that, bro. Mississippi, that's deep down south, man. I don't know. He's still in prison. Free the fighters. The interview with Paco Panama Father was legendary. Yeah, man, I gotta reach out to him and do some more. They deported him to Panama, so man, it was costing me almost like $200-300 a month just to talk to him. We're gonna have to start doing WhatsApp. Mississippi got a terrible prison. Parchment. Newark, New Jersey, rocking with you. Shout out to all my dudes from Brick City, man. Shout out to our Sadiq Banks. Give us a story if you wouldn't mind. Story on what? What's up? What you want to talk about real quick? Give your story on what? I give y'all a story. I'm in a good mood. Y'all rocking with me. I'm rocking with you. That's how this YouTube thing's supposed to go, right? You interact with the people. Damn, your brother in Mecklenburg right now. Is Death Row still there? Man, with 2 life sentences, man. I feel for him. Free the real. We loaded. Well, they want some Paco, Panama, Cleveland, Parchment, and Holman, 2 worst state prisons in the U.S. Yeah, Parchment, bro. They had people in there that they died and they didn't even get them out yet. Like, their bodies was just still in there. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't gonna bam out. I ain't going into too many details, but you're not gonna believe this. My first physical altercation in the feds was with a dude out of DC with a homie. So when I first got to the pen, I ain't even gonna say no names because my man, he gonna see this joint, he gonna know what I'm talking about. But me and the dude cool, he was older than us. So when I got to the pen, I was like 25. Homeboy might have been about 40 something. He was almost 50 years old. He was the head detail and he kept sweeping and mopping the floor. You know, he was basically doing his job. He was just trying to do his job. But he kept sweeping and mopping the floor, and every time we was in the back, we was doing different things back there. And he just kept on doing it. So I kept feeling like, you know, he was doing a police job, like watching us. And I said something to him, he said something to me, I stole him, we got the rumbling, boom, 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 boom. And that was my first physical altercation. That was just a fist fight, and that was with a homie. But I just seen him the other day. He work at a grocery store now. And I seen he was like, little Eon, little badass Eon. I was like, nigga, I'm grown, nigga. I know I cracked him. Bang! He came straight back like with that. Oh, he one of them old. He was pop, boom, pop, boom. I was kind of big then. I was on that weightlifting stuff back then. I was like 240. I was humongous. And I was a fat boy too. I got the man grabbing him. So there go a story of an altercation, man. We ain't bring no, it wasn't no knife play. He was doing too much. He was taking his job too serious for a prison job though. I ain't gonna say his name though, but I think about it, it's funny. Saigon Pen. I don't even know what that is. What's that, Vic? What's Saigon Pen? Saigon Pen. Yeah, I was in Longwood Flat. I used to go visit my father. My father and Flat was in the same block when I was a kid. Me and Flat daughter used to be in a visit hall together. He killed 2 police in L.A. That ain't the dude. Nah, I'm talking about the other dude, Christopher something. He beat the case. Nah, send that to my inbox, bro. Send it to my inbox. I'm gonna look the story up. You just told me something. What is you talking about, Slim? Sometimes I don't be knowing what they be talking about. I don't be knowing if they sex playing or what. Like I don't do all that, man. I don't do all that. All that joking and playing and disrespecting. That ain't. I don't play like that. I play a video game first. You know what I'm saying? I play a video game first, man. You want some more entertainment, bro? Like I'm sure they got other entertainment things on YouTube. Yeah. I'm gonna get that once we start getting a bunch of people. It only be a few people rocking with us at night on this joint anyway. I can delete them myself. Bruh, I go through hell on Instagram, so that ain't nothing. The comments on Instagram be out of this world. I don't know what's up with him. I don't know something like that. I was down juvenile with him 40 years ago. I mean, damn, I said 40 years ago, 30 years ago. I gotta do this story on this lady that just pleaded guilty to murder for something she did to somebody in 1984. Let me see if I can, man. Matter of fact, that's something we can talk about for a few minutes. That's crazy. I got the computer right here. Let me see if it just come up like that. Yeah, here you go, Florida. Oh nah, my bad. That's not it. I'ma find it though. It's on my phone, but I'm using the phone right here. Anybody seen Rayful in the City? Nah, not that I know of. Her son? Nah, not that one. Nah. Oh, San Diego, California. Good looking, Vic. I see it. Appreciate it. That's all you got to say? Something about my forehead? That's all you got to say? That's what's the word? That's polite. I got big head because I can outthink you. San Diego. I mean, just to answer the question, I don't really follow that FBG duck stuff, right? But I know that them guys did get found guilty of something and they supposed to go to the feds. And I mean, you say what I think they're gonna run into, they're gonna run into, we all run into prison politics and a bunch of hard time. I mean, ain't no way to glorify prison no more. Not federal prison. Federal prison ain't nothing like it used to be. You go to federal prison, send your kids to college. You got the man be a sophisticated criminal to do that now. Dang, I suppose he did this story on the Whitey Bulger killing too. One of them dudes just pleaded guilty. Shout out to Pennsylvania. What your grandmother used to say? Don't mind my shirt. I told you they had the AC on, bro. I got this free Tony Lewis shirt on. This is an old job. Salute, nigga. Why? It was crazy. Yeah, he beat that man with a lock to death. One dude pleaded guilty for just watching the door. But look, man, it's been one, man. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow, man. I'm gonna go work on this other thing real quick before I get too tired. Salute.